Next stop, Florida. Look at the size of that pineapple.
Hey everybody, this your boy James, and I'm coming to you with the Florida Lifestyler podcast. And this is our Visitors Pass segment where we get travelers that travel straight through the cyber web to come and visit Florida. And today we got some visitors from North Carolina by the name of Mike and Tabitha. How are you guys doing today?
We're great, man.
Good.
We're great.
Hey, thanks for coming through the cyber web and visiting Florida. Yeah. We just passed a little winter, but we doing good over here, man.
We're about to get hit with some winter this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah.
That ice and maybe a little bit of snow Sunday.
Oh yeah, you got to stay snuggled up.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Now, how long have you guys been in a lifestyle? Matter of fact, before we get into that, you said snow. You guys are in what state?
North Carolina, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Now, how is the lifestyle scene around North Carolina?
It's been better. There's actually a few clubs to go to, and we actually had a huge one that was called YKW, you know where, here in Fayetteville, and it shut down about a little over 3 years ago now, but it's actually opening back up this year. And it's an on-premise club, but we have a few on-premise clubs. We have a couple places that are used as a like a meet and greet spot, so off premise. And then we have I believe 3 different groups that do hotel takeovers in the area between Charlotte, Winston-Salem, and Durham. So
okay, that's awesome. That's awesome, and that's a good name, YKW. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it was a long time club. That was our first ever experience in the lifestyle as far as going to a club was there. And at the time it was just an old house out in the country that they had turned into a club. Mm-hmm. And we started in the lifestyle. That was back in 04. And so
you guys started in the lifestyle in 2004.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. 22 years this year in the lifestyle.
Wow. I started in 2014 2012 with my wife. So we've been in the lifestyle for 14 years now. So how was the lifestyle in 2004?
It was crazy because I didn't know anything about it. Of course, the internet, blew up, and I knew she had played with girls before. So we've known each other since high school. When I was 17, she was 50. I actually took her virginity. So
that's awesome though. You guys are high school lovers. Me and my wife is as well.
That's awesome. Yeah. But I actually married my high school sweetheart. We went our separate ways because we went to rival high schools. Oh. And so we really didn't know it. We saw each other at work. We worked at a Kroger together. And we kind of ended up going our separate ways. And then in 2004, I was separated. She was separated. And we ran into each other at a bar one night. And we haven't left each other's side since. So, and that was
yeah, that is beautiful. So you guys, you said 2004, you guys rekindled. So you were in the lifestyle when you rekindled? What you guys?
We didn't know anything about the lifestyle at the time. So, but I knew she had played and with girls here and there, and so of course that intrigued me. And so I started searching online, Craigslist, the old ways of people, and
casual encounters.
Yeah, exactly. So I think a lot of old timers, that's how they got their start. So, but that was some crazy times thinking back to what we went through. And then adultfriendfinder.com, which is still around, I think. Of course, I don't. Many swingers.
Yeah, AFF. I forgot all about AFF.
Yeah, that was our first initial lifestyle pay, website that we used, and that's I brought it up to her and was like, what do you think about trying this lifestyle thing out that I've kind of found online, this whole community of people that that's what they do is, and it appears to be so broad that it's all kinds of things, and of course her first thing was, we can do it, but you ain't fucking nobody else. And so immediately I decided to play the long game. And my thought was, well, what do you think about a single guy? You know, even though in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I don't know if I could watch her with a single guy, but I'm playing a long game here. Let's
Yeah.
see if she can be comfortable with that, and I can even be comfortable with that. And we did. We met a guy online on AFF, and
Okay.
and our first experience with he was really, it was a good experience, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I of course I pick a guy that's straight out of a magazine. Just
Yeah. That's what we
cut
do.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
he
don't
lived.
know. We don't know exactly the types, but we know that if he looks like he damn work
Yeah,
out, he got to
exactly.
be that guy.
Well, we live in a military town. We live in where
Yeah.
Fort Bragg is, and so he was special forces. And
Oh,
so of course,
awesome.
I picked the hottest guy I probably could have picked. And I remember that night vividly, like watching him, you know, fuck her, and I was like, yeah, I don't think this is what I like at all, you know. But I was open minded, and I was like, you know, and that's how we've always been, is whatever it is, we'll try it once, and then we'll try it a second time just to see. And that's kind of how we treated the lifestyle in the very beginning. Was we're going to go to this YKW club, and
Okay.
no
Even-
matter what our experience is, we're going to
Give
come
it a
back a
second.
second time and give it a second
Because
chance.
the first time we sat out in the parking lot for over an hour,
Yeah.
watching people go in and go come out, just watching. Just
Absolutely.
terrified.
Yeah.
I think I worked myself up so bad I got a headache.
Yeah. She had a
I had like a
migraine.
migraine. I was
Yeah.
so nervous.
And of course, our luck, we picked the worst night to go. It really wasn't a crowd, and there was nobody. We were younger back then. We were in our late 20s.
Late 20s, yeah.
And it was a predominantly older crowd. And the owner, who we're still good friends with to this day, he came up to us like an hour after we'd been sitting there, because we're like, okay, this might not be for us, but we'll give it another chance down the road. We'll wait a couple months to come back. And luckily, he came over to us and he said, I just want you guys to know there are other people like you that come. They're just not here tonight. He says, so give it another chance.
Because we were so young.
Yeah.
We were so young.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
And it was just one, it's an off night, you know,
Yeah,
every
was
club
very
has
young.
off nights, and there
That
wasn't
is
anybody there. So
funny.
yeah, that was our first experience in the,
Yeah.
in the, as far as dipping our toes in the lifestyle and going to an
The
actual
club,
club with
yeah.
being around other people like that. So yeah, it was,
That is very funny. That actually remind me when you said you were sitting outside for an hour. That reminds me when me and my wife first started in the lifestyle. We was in our mid-20s. It was in 2012, and it was so funny like that because we went to the adult theater.
okay. Yeah.
And, it's a lot of single dudes, but we
Yeah.
started off just having sex in front of people. So we just was sitting out in one of them and just like you for an hour, just debating, should we go in there? We walked in and we was like, we don't know. And then we walked in and then we finally did it after like 2 hours
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
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 of contemplating and thinking.
Oh yeah.
So nerve-wracking.
Yeah, that was crazy. So we eventually we started going more. We went back, and the second time we went, it was actually a theme. That was the thing,
was
is the
packed.
theme nights were the nights to go on, where they had really big themes, like of course Halloween, all the holidays, and the next one we went to, it might have been the Halloween party.
Because it was packed.
Yeah, it was packed.
It was packed.
And we met some great people that we're still friends with
We're still
today,
friends with them today, yeah.
and really hit it off with some people. And we actually became on staff. We ended up working there, and I DJ'd for them.
Wow.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
worked the front door,
front
and
desk.
we did that for a long time. We probably did that.
That's like a dream job to me, to work
Yeah.
at a swinger spot, because
Yeah.
you're part of the culture.
Yeah. It was-
You get to learn a lot of ins and outs about the culture. You guys probably are very knowledgeable from being employees.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would say
Yeah.
we learned a lot and got to see a lot, and we tell newbies all the time, because I feel like we attract newbies. We always get
We
them.
really do. We attract a
And
lot
so
of
we
newbies.
always try to pull them under our wing. And as far as playing, they're not our thing, because we're so advanced and older.
Yeah.
But we love to pull them in and be like, hey, give this lifestyle a chance. If you're on a solid foundation, and you've got trust amongst each other, and you're not looking for something that you're missing at home, then this can work for you. And you just got to be open to everything, because you're going to have bad times and you're going to have great times.
Mhm.
And then you're going to have the in-betweens, and it's not going to be one more or the other. And that's the way it's always been. And once you learn to navigate that, we've always told them, that's where you will find the most success, because our last 10 years are 10 times better than our first 10 years.
Mhm.
You know, we've learned
Yeah.
how to
Why would you say
react.
that?
Communicate.
Just coming about with, you know, encountering different situations, you know, the whole, well, how you know, we always get approached, well, how do you tell a couple you're just not interested? And we just flat out tell them, you just honestly, you just got to learn to be upfront and tell
Yeah.
people. Some people will take it differently, and some people will understand, because that's one thing you're gonna learn.
So much, Mike. So you say you just gotta suck it up.
You do. You
Just
just
gotta be honest. I know because
to.
it does hurt. It does hurt to tell people you're not interested.
It does. It does.
Especially let's say you guys are experienced like me and my wife. So let's say you be in a situation, and the women always wind up in this situation where we be in like a group play, and they playing with guys because they're just in the mode. But after they're done, they're like, I don't really want to play with that person. They wasn't really too fun.
Everybody, we've all been
your wife keeps telling you that, and you're like,
yeah,
taking it for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, your wife takes it for the team.
Even though you may not realize at the
team.
time you were taking for the team,
Right.
but then afterwards you're like, yeah, I don't know if I would do that again.
Yeah.
Right.
That many times.
Yeah.
So you just gotta suck it up, build the confidence, and say no.
And it might even take you a couple times of being in that awkward situation of you don't want to be in it, that, hey, it's probably just best if you, and that's what we try to tell people, especially if you're dealing with somebody that's been in this for a few years. They figure it out, and most people have some common sense that there's not everybody's for everybody. And we love to say we don't fuck everybody, but we will vibe the fuck out with anybody.
Right.
Hang out with everybody. Yeah. We love hanging out with everybody.
You know, for us, the bedroom time and the playing in the bed, that's the extra part that, you know, that's great if that happens.
Bonus, yeah. But
it's all about the vibe and the party aspect of it, and just, you know, meeting and dealing with good people. You know, that's the most important part for us. And that's what I say when these last 10 years, once we figured that part of it out, like, hey, let's vibe with people, you know, and not just, you know, bed notching was never a thing for us anyway. And we've met people that's their thing. They're DTF, and they like to go to a party, find a couple, and go. And that's great. That's what's wonderful about the lifestyle, is because there's something for everybody, and it's such a broad term of lifestyle that there's something for everybody, and you just got to figure out a way to navigate through it.
Yeah.
Right. And that is very great that you gave all that advice, because that's going to help people understand more on how to get started and to navigate after they've been in there for a while.
Yeah.
You know, because that was one of my questions. I was about to say, what would, being an employee, what advice would you give? For what would be like the most helpful advice would you give as you guys being employees to lifestylers? Would that be the most helpful advice, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Baby steps. You know, there's no reason to rush, and, you know, and obviously, and it's such a you know, a common term of communication, but communication is the biggest thing. You know, discussing your boundaries before you go into situations, not figuring them out while you're in them and afterwards. You know, obviously sticking to them. You know, those are I mean, you can't get much better advice than that, than just, hey, it's all about you and your partner. Everything else is extra, and nothing's forever. You know, every situation you learn from it. You know, you're gonna have, and that's, like I said, you're gonna have a lot of bad situations if you stay in this long enough. It's just gonna happen. But as long as you understand that everything's not forever, and everything's temporary, and at the end of the day, you're going home together and you work it out, and you know, at the end of the day, that's the bottom line. So
you guys, you could say the way you work things out mostly is communication. How do you guys communicate with each other when you probably have situations when one didn't experience it as great as another in the play session? How do you guys usually communicate that?
Absolutely. So, like, if we've been in a situation where we, you know, went to YKW, or we ended up in a room, whether it would be a larger room with with more people, more of an orgy,
Yeah.
and something might happen to where, yeah, that wasn't, she might have been, in most cases where, hey, yeah, that wasn't for me. I really didn't want to be in there with those people. Then that's something, hey, that we need to discuss beforehand next
Before you
time,
walk in that room.
so we don't put ourselves in that
Yes, before you
situation
walk in the room. Yeah.
to where it is awkward, and then you feel like you are doing something, that's
Yeah.
against, what you want to be doing at the time.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
and then you just learn from it and you build off of it, and yeah, I would think that's the best.
A lot of those ride homes from the club
Yeah.
were very long rides.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
and you're discussing what you liked, what you didn't like, and
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, and you're not always going to agree.
Just some, for a female, just
Yeah.
some small things that that would happen. You're like, that I kind of felt a little knot in my stomach just seeing you do that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it a little different way next time, or something. Just some things your partner sees you do, you're like, oh yeah, I didn't like that. Seeing you do that to somebody else.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah. And you
yeah,
gotta, and you should, in the very beginning, you gotta have rules. And we had a no
kissing rule.
I done told you, you're not fucking nobody else.
We're not kissing nobody.
No kissing rule. We had every rule you could think of. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, what are we doing then? Why are we? Like I said, I was playing
when you first start, dude, you have all these rules. When you first start, it's all kinds of fucking rules.
Yeah.
Like you're just gonna have sex and you're just gonna walk out. You're just gonna walk in, and if it's not about sex, that's all we're gonna do, and we just gonna no extra stuff.
And no communicating after, y'all. We ain't talking to them afterwards. That's it. Yeah, I don't even want to see them again. That.
Right.
Yeah. That first gut feeling is what sometimes you go off on.
Yeah.
That gut feeling is, you're like, oh, I didn't like that. My stomach hurts. You gotta talk about that gut feeling that you get.
Yeah. Which all of that, every bit of it.
My first experience, I'm watching my wife, and then I'm like having mixed emotions. It's like I'm loving it, but I'm hating it at the same time.
Yep.
So, and my wife, like, I was loving it so much that I actually climaxed. I climaxed in his wife's mouth fast, and like, like, oh, you climaxed so fast, and I'm like, well, it's because I'm watching you, but then you like it so much, it's kind of making me horny, but it's kind of upsetting me. I didn't know how to feel.
Yeah. All over the place.
Emotions they are all over the place.
But I knew what I wanted, and I knew this was my self-identification.
Exactly. Same here.
When you figure that out, that's a whole nother level, because you get on this, the love that you get in this, the compersion they use, the word compersion. Yeah. I like that word because it defines the love, the abundance of love that we share within this lifestyle. It's so abundant. And it does broaden up your communication levels. Because Tabitha, you said something real that struck personally about the ride home. Every time we have a play session, I always communicate with my wife during the drive. Yeah. It's like the therapy session. Did you like it? What did you like? Should we do it again? What you liked about that? Why you didn't tell me you didn't like it?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's lots of those. We still have those. We'll go to Raleigh. That's over an hour away.
Our closest place now is an hour away. So, in which we're such veterans now that we have zero rules now.
Now we just talk about how
we still commute. We have to communicate. Some things will come up. Like if most of the time it's not us. We might encounter a couple that they're a little more, just a little bit different than us. Like the girl might be a little more forward and say things that are a little, weird, but
everybody
it just kind of hit her, women are different, and so they might take something different, from another woman or something, that might be said and taken the wrong way. And so we still have communication, always, even though we've been in this for 22 years now. This year, you never stop communicating. That's that's something that will
never stop. It keeps growing.
That's the thing you can have. That's the only way you can be successful in this lifestyle.
Now in your area, do you guys throw a lot of parties, or do you guys go to more parties? What is your dynamic in your relationship? Are you guys full swap as well? and different dynamics that you guys take in your relationship. What you got going?
Yeah, this is laughing about all the rules we had in the beginning. We basically have no rules now, and it's all about a comfortability now. Whatever we play separately, we're full swap. We don't really soft swap like we have, but it's not something we don't. If we know a couple soft swap, then we're probably just not for them, because that's just not really our thing anymore. That wasn't one time, in the very beginning. But we do play separately with the right situation, right couples, right people. As far as parties, like we have a place called The House. It's in Raleigh, and it's an on-premise place. Great little venue. It's a house that has been turned into. The owner is actually somebody we met at YKW our first night, our second night there in the lifestyle. And so, like, we'll go to those parties. We do the hotel takeovers. Friction is a group that's real big on the East Coast. They're up and down like Maryland, DC area.
Now to interact, sorry. Now, hotel takeovers. I've never been to those. Can you please explain to the community about hotel takeovers and how they're? I always wonder, how are they organized? They look very interesting.
I gotta tell you that they're amazing. They have become
We slept on it for a long time.
Yeah, we were sleeping on it.
We were.
Like this group now. Yeah, this Friction group, they've been throwing parties in Durham. That's they have a couple different groups, but they're all under the same umbrella of Friction. And Friction Carolina, they hold their Friction events in Durham, and then they do once a year, they do Winston-Salem or Greensboro. And we've been members for 10 years. We had a profile, just a free profile on their website, but we always had the couple club, the YKW here and everything. And so we just never took the time to go. And we would always get the little memos, and emails and about their parties. And finally, when YKW shut down and we really only had one close place to go to, they had a party coming up, and we were like, we've never been. We've been members forever. Let's give it a try. And I don't think we've missed one party since then, and that was going on 4 years ago.
That probably was the best party we went to.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
and it set the bar high.
And the hotel takeover. It's a full takeover.
Hotel down. Not just a floor.
Curtains in the front where you can't see inside.
Yeah, it's not just a floor, because some parties will do that. Groups will do like a floor crawl, just a whole takeover of a floor. No, it's the whole hotel. They shut it down where you can't even, if you go on the website to book, and it's a nice hotel. It's a Marriott. It's a Marriott. It's a Durham Marriott near the airport. And they shut the whole thing down that day before, and then people come in and check in, and you're basically partying where you're sleeping.
They have security.
For the most part, they have hired security.
Mm-hmm.
So and sometimes they'll even have they'll hire police departments and have them come in, and they're in full uniform, and so you just feel safe. It's a safe environment.
Are you clothing optional within the hotel?
If you're on the floors, it's clothing optional. But if you're downstairs in the lobby, you must be covered up.
Okay, or like in the pools.
Yeah, or even the pool, I think was clothing optional. The pool is clothing optional, but the one we go to now, the hotel they're at, they actually don't have a pool anymore. They just closed it up. But they do have a pool party one when they hold it in Greensboro, Winston-Salem, because it's got a huge outdoor pool. And so that's clothing optional.
This is hundreds or probably thousands of people.
Yeah. I believe, I can't remember how many rooms the Durham one is, but it's got to be close to 300 rooms or so.
It's a lot.
It's a party. I mean, and it's a lot of people, and they do everything. They do the whole speed dating during the day. Because if they're doing a one night on Saturday, you check in.
That is interesting. I like that idea.
In the big old ballroom, they'll do speed dating. They'll do games like icebreaker games during the day, and then they'll do a floor crawl. These like people have shot, and that's what we started doing. Now we're hosts now for those groups for those hotel takeovers. And
where can they find you guys at?
Well, that you can go to frictionparties.net.
Okay, so should I put that link in the description?
Yeah. You can definitely do that.
On the description down there, guys. Boom, boom, boom.
Absolutely.
It's frictionparties.net?
Yes, it's frictionparties.net.
Frictionparties.net. I'll have the link in the description, and I have a way that you could contact Mike and Tabitha when you visit North Carolina from Florida, because a lot of us Florida's people are travelers. So it'll be great for them to network with you and go to some of those takeovers, and you could probably be there as North Carolina tour guide.
Absolutely. And it's frictionparties.com. Frictionparties.com.
Frictionparties.com.
Yeah. And like I said, and they're up and down the East Coast. I think the furthest south they come, but actually, no, I take that back. They just started this year. Splash Atlanta in downtown Atlanta. They're one of the host groups for that party because this is like a mixture of groups that are throwing this party, and that's a hotel takeover.
Look at New Jersey.
And I don't even know what hotel it's at yet, but it's right downtown Atlanta.
New Jersey.
Yeah, they go to Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of lifestyle things in Jersey lately online, and I think that's pretty cool because I have family and friends over that way. So when I visit, I know I got some lifestyle events to go to.
Yeah.
I always bookmark them.
Yeah, and our other group we love is Eye Candy, which is in your neck of the woods.
Okay, so I was just about to ask, do you ever come to Florida?
Yes, yeah. We've been to Secrets a few times.
Yeah, we got family in Florida too.
Yeah, so we like to get down to Florida. In fact, our plan is to move to Florida here.
And shout out to Eye Candy with the new drink that they have.
Oh yeah,
so the cotton candy one.
We order them.
Oh, it's so good.
I taste the sample, but I'm telling you, I like the idea that lifestylers came out with the drink.
Yeah,
they're good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I'm supportive of anything lifestyle.
Same here.
Yeah, so this is our community. We gotta support each other, you know. So it's like whatever you're doing, I'm for it. You know, long as it's not hurting nobody, doing nobody harm, you know, and putting nobody in, long as no harm's in the way.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm supportive of it. You know, long as it's positive, ain't discouraging nobody. I'm not with that either. So long as we uplifted doing things, man. And then I went and did the interview, man. My wife actually did an interview at Secrets Hideaway with Jess and Jordan.
Oh, we saw that today. We were looking. We saw that today. Yep. Yeah, we know them. We've met them a few times.
I love it.
They're high energy. I love it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I thank you guys for watching as well, man. Because my wife is real private, but when she get with me on the interview, she'll come and do her thing, you know, because she's a lifestyler, but she's just more the private type. You know, I'm more the outgoing social media guy. Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah. Hey, y'all dynamic is similar. Like my wife would be like you, just sitting there and speaking whatever, and I'm the guy that's always.
Oh yeah. We're huge. I say we're huge. I'm a huge lifestyle advocate. Like I love my regular vanilla Facebook, because we have a couple's Facebook that we're friends with on. But on our private Facebooks, I don't give a shit. I post shit. I post stuff all the time. I post our pictures from our events, and people know, we're out and about. And I actually coached high school football for 27 years. And I retired from that a couple years ago. And
thanks for helping the community.
Yeah. And when I did that, I was like, okay, I don't have to hide it no more. I was like, I want to be out and about, because this lifestyle, the people we've met in this lifestyle are some of the best.
So awesome. Right, dude. Yes. They're fucking amazing. Like I'm meeting you guys, all these people I meet through these interviews at the parties. You know, we do more. So what we do is when we link with people in the public, we used to go to little parties when we had more like babysitter style, but we got 3 children, so it's kind of challenging with us being in the city when we have no family. So we would take like days that my mother will get the kids or something, like every other month or something, and we'll throw a small gathering. But I love like meeting these people, and they're so amazing at the gatherings that we throw. And the gatherings that we throw are actually donation based. So because I used to do the regular flat recharge, but I noticed everybody can't afford everything.
Yeah. And then lifestyle,
especially with us lifestylers being couples, couples got challenges.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's real life. And a lot of us been in relationships like you guys for 20 years. I've been in a relationship 20 years. So it's like me and my wife, we got challenges, it's be ups and it's downs, because you got different dynamics. One person might be up, one person might be down. You might both be up, you might both be down, so these things happen. It's called life. So I wind up making it donation based, because I noticed that people was donating money as well when they was paying for events, and it was kind of challenging for me at times to do certain events too as well, because things wouldn't fall through financially or the setup wouldn't be perfect. So I wanted to make everything easier and simplified for everybody. So I just did a donation base.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
And I got that idea actually from me and my wife. It was a swing house when we first went to one of our first swinger clubs. And it was a house in Clearwater, Florida, that was turned into a swing house.
Okay.
And the guy said, donate whatever you can.
That's-
You know, he just had a head limit.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah,
like,
we
donate
actually
whatever you
we
can
have
to
a
come
couple
in
here in Fayetteville. They do that. They turn they live in a regular neighborhood, and they just, I think it's like every 3 months they'll throw a huge party, and that's how they just do it by donation. Like, hey, we just want to give a place that's local for people that don't have to drive so far and have somewhere to have a
Right.
We haven't
party.
had
Correct.
Yeah, we don't throw
we haven't
parties.
done
We
parties
just
yet.
we'll go to parties and
Yeah.
we'll help people, like host them. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
we have a good friend that they live a couple hours away, and they're the main host for the Friction Party hotel events.
Right.
And they've got a perfect house party, nice big old house, and they'll throw a couple parties a year, and we'll help them out hosting also.
You guys learn a lot of knowledge, though. You guys have hella knowledge with hosting. Yeah, you do. I keep them small and intermediate because I want the interaction. My goal is to make more of an interaction
Oh,
and
yeah.
to keep less liability. I don't want to put people in an environment where they have to worry about too much.
Oh, yeah.
So, if I make it a small house party, because, bigger environments got more security and more safety measures.
Exactly.
Small events have more liabilities. So
Oh,
I want to make everybody safe. I keep it 5 couples to the most. So that's like 10 people,
yeah.
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 And if it's a bigger place, it'll be like 10 couples to the most. But still, most of the time, all 10 couples don't come,
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's just life, people hang up, life coming in the middle of the last minute, babysitters, all kind of dog died.
Yep.
It's called life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, that's basically how we do it down here in the Florida Lifestyler group. And it's all about networking, man. And I can't wait till you guys visit so me and my wife can meet you guys as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because she's real cool and she's real fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's real fun. She's like an engine. You gotta rev her up.
There we go.
Oh no, when she's going, she's gone. It's like, I don't know who this person is no more. She's fun though.
Awesome.
She looked great naked. Look great doing it. But yeah. But I'm grateful for you guys coming through on the web to come and speak to us in Florida and let us know. It was a very informative episode. And you guys, if you want to reach out to Tabitha and Mike, be sure to go in the link in the description. I got the info for you to contact them. They are a great couple, and reach out to them when you go to North Carolina and make sure they could be your guide. They can help you, show you around so you don't have to be like, where should I go? What should I do? You have them right here. The people, get with them, see their packages, their services, and they will contact and they will guide you.
Yeah. Yeah. We're on Facebook. Yeah. We're on Facebook. You're more than welcome to share our Facebook.
Right. And I will. It's right there in the description and the link below. Now, before I head out of here, I got one more question. When you hear Florida Lifestyler, what comes to your mind?
What comes to our mind?
Secrets.
Secrets.
Think about secrets. I want to move there.
Yeah. Yeah. Great place.
Shout out to
Great
Secrets,
place.
man. Hey, Secrets, man. We need to do some partnership. I already got some kind of partnership with them, but it's great. Them guys, that's a great place, guys. And if you want to book and go to Secrets and want to book a room, I have the link in the description.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Florida's hard to beat as far as lifestyle, and
So many.
we definitely plan on moving there in the next few years or so. That's our plan.
Oh, that'd be awesome, man. And then
I'm
I
ready to
love to network with you guys, man, and learn a lot from you.
Heck
Because
yeah.
I'm here to learn. Like,
Oh,
that's
thank
why I
you.
made the podcast, because I'm learning as well. even though I've been in it 14 years, I'm still learning. I have my
Exactly.
hiccup.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm not the lifestyle guru.
Oh.
I'm a sexologist, and I tell people that, like, my friends be like, "Oh man, you're a sexologist." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not the guru."
Yeah. We don't have all the answers, do we?
All the damn answers, man. I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
I'm a guidance
Yeah.
to what you need to go.
I
I'm not.
can just help you with my experiences and what
Yeah.
we've been through. That's,
You know,
Yeah.
all I know is from what I know.
that's it.
Yep.
We're just a couple of gilfs. We're grandparents. So
Oh man, God
we've been
bless
through.
y'all.
Yeah, we're empty nesters. Our kids are all grown. We got 3 grandkids with 1 on the way, and
Oh man, I told my sons they young, but he like 8 and 11. I got a son that's 8 and 11, and we got a son that's 9 and 11, and a daughter that's 8. Right. I
Nice.
told my sons, I said, man, when y'all get out of here, I can't wait. Whatever, your mama walk around naked. They like, I'm like, no, man, I miss it. I said, y'all can walk around naked.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all get out the shower, walk around butt ass naked. I'm ready to put me in your ball to walk around naked.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything, man. And I'm so grateful for you coming on the podcast.
Yes,
And we will have more to come. You guys, again, check out the link in the description. We have the secret hideaway booking. We have, most importantly, your guide to get in contact with them. So when you go to North Carolina, because North Carolina is a great place. Me and my wife been before in the past. Beautiful mountains and everything. So
Beaches,
go
Beach
there.
mountains. Yep.
Yep. So go there and experience the lifestyle committee and network and tell them about Florida and expand your lifestyle love, baby.
That's it.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So we out of here. One love and one life. I will see you guys later, and thank you for coming to Florida.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take
Bye.
care.